Good morning. Welcome. Carrie. Oh, Melissa, I'm glad you saw my note. Anita, welcome everybody. Nice to see you. Sound, give me a thumbs up that you can hear me this week. For those of you that were here last week, or that missed the live stream last week, there was no sound. I was going for like 40 minutes until I saw the chat that everyone was saying we can't hear you. So that's why there was no live stream posted last week. Yes, Ed hears me. Amazing. So good. Okay. Come onto your mats. Welcome. Sunday morning live stream. I just was looking last week and we're almost up at 70 of these. We've been doing this for over a year now. A lot of you have been with me almost every Sunday morning, catching it live, those that are here with me live. And I know a lot of you watch them throughout the week, and I do appreciate the comments. And I'm just knowing that I'm helping you to get onto your yoga mat and that you're helping to keep me accountable to getting in this practice every Sunday as well. It's a nice way to start the day and just to get myself moving. So my knee is still kind of bothering me. I've been going through, I had a knee injury on my good knee about a month and a half ago. So I'm still kind of taking it easy, but I'm really feeling strong, and just certain ranges of motion that I'm kind of limited in still. So we'll just take it as it goes. As always, just a reminder, listen to your body, do the work that fits for you, rest when you need to, challenge yourself as much as you can, and just go with the flow, okay? So we'll start in child's pose, please. Take your knees wide, sit back onto your heels. And right away, start to deepen your breath. Practice of Ujjayi breathing, long fluid breaths through the nose. No restriction in the throat to bring that audible quality. Breath is a way to bring energy into the body, to energize you, starting to build heat. Inhale together. Exhale together. Do that again. Fill your lungs. Empty. One more deep breath in. Press a little deeper. Come up onto your hands and your knees. Curl your toes under and lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Really ground down into your hands and your feet. Just checking your body here in these first couple poses, really getting present. Being clear on what you might have going on physically, mentally, as you start your practice. And not as a way to make meaning. I'm tired, I'm sore, I've got an injury, I'm busy later today. All those things that might be present when you step onto your yoga mat, they're not good or bad. Just creating the awareness so you can choose to move through them, choose to work with them, as opposed to being stuck in them. Take a breath in. And soften the elbows and the knees, keeping the joints fluid. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Come up to a flat back. And fold. Ragdoll. Take your feet as wide as your hips, and then interlace hands at the elbows or biceps. Just allow the upper body to go. Press your heels down and let the tailbone lift a little higher. Making that choice in your practice today to bring energy, to cultivate it, to invite it in.
Sometimes that means doing a little bit more work, right? Like challenging yourself, really like pushing yourself to your edge. Sometimes to cultivate energy, it means actually taking rest, allowing yourself not to get burned out, not to get exhausted, not to lose that connection to your breath. Intention of cultivating vitality, energy. Take a breath in. Fold a little deeper. One more full inhale. Full exhale. Fingertips down to your mat. Bring your feet closer together. The heels wider than the big toes. On your next breath in, lengthen your spine to a flat back. And fold. Do that one more time. Really stretch the spine, crown of the head forward. And then fold. Pull chest to thighs. Sweep all the way up. Extended mountain pose. Big reach. And fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. Step back to high plank and pause. If you need to, drop your knees on the ground, do that, yeah? And if your bum's way up in the air, yeah, we're not in like a half down dog. Bring the bum down in line with the heels and shoulders. And soften the elbows. So not locking out the elbows, but keeping a little micro bend there. Building a little heat. Take 4 more breaths. Inhale. Spread your 10 fingers. Root your knuckles. On your toes. Belly strong. Just a couple more. In. And out. One more. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. As you breathe in, shift forward on your tiptoes. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down. Elbows in. Upward facing dog. Press through the tops of your feet. And downward facing dog. Hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Long, generous breaths. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look between your hands. And then step, walk, hop your feet to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Extended mountain. Press down your feet. Reach up your fingers. Fold. Hug into your legs. Lengthen the spine. Fill your lungs. Step back. High plank. Hold it again. Yeah, let's do that. Building up this vitality here. Adding tapas, heat. Soften the elbows. Pull the pit of your belly up towards your spine. Just 2. In. And out. Stay for a full breath. Empty. Shift forward. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Pull your chest through your arms. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Fill up. Empty out. Deep breaths. Spread your fingers and toes. Press down your hands and your feet. Pull your belly in, lift onto your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Hop, step, walk to the top of your mat. Come up to a flat back as you fill. Fold. Extended mountain with a back bend. Pull your belly in, go up, go back. Fold. Hug your legs. Lengthen the spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low. Step back, lower down. Upward facing dog, pull your chest forward. Downward facing dog, hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Building heat. Inviting vitality. Fire it up. Inhale. Exhale. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step forward. Flat back. Fold. One more. Extended mountain. Go up and go back. Keep reaching. Fold. Lengthen the spine. Utkatasana. Chair. Sink down. If you're in a high plank or a low plank, then come join me here. Just like, some of you may be. It's checking in. Last week, what I was teaching to when there was no sound was letting go of expectation. It's kind of where I've been in my work too, just in my life, in my yoga practice. Sit deeper. After injuring this knee, was like really stuck in like all of these expectations of what I could do in my practice before, and now I can't do them, and just expecting my body to show up a certain way that it wasn't. 3 more breaths in. Just check in when you're taking the practice from an expectation of how it should be, what your energy level should be like, what your flexibility should be like. Butting up against the reality of how it actually is, what your body's offering to you. Take another breath in, lengthen the upper body. Fold, chest to thighs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, chest forward. Downward facing dog. Right foot warrior 1. Step forward. Reach up. Sink down in the lunge. Keep that right knee in line with your right ankle. And then pull your right hip bone back. Keep that plugged in. Femur into hip socket. Inhale to lengthen the upper body. Exhale to deepen the lunge. Press through your feet. Hug the leg muscles into the bones. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Big reach. Stretch the torso, the fingers, and then plant your hands. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot. Warrior 1. Reach up. Take a full inhale. Line that front knee with the front ankle. And just check. The left hip might be drawing forward. That's the tendency for most people. You'll pull it back. Plug it in. Lunge deeper from there. 3 generous Ujjayi breaths. Press your feet and lunge as deep as you can. For 2. 1 more. Big stretch, big breath. Plant the hands, Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing dog, lift your thighs up. Downward facing dog, hips back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Building heat. Finding that energy through breath, through physicality, through the focus here. Open your eyes. Yeah, if you've got a cute dog behind you, you can look at that. Wherever your focus is, if it gets distracted, that can happen. There can be cute dogs, kids, sounds, partners, friends, bugs, whatever it is that you might see. If you want to really be present in your yoga practice, let there be a fly in the room with you. That's a whole nother experience. Take a breath in. Press down your hands and your feet. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step forward. Moving with breath. Lengthen the spine. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair. Fold. Flat back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Lift your shin bones up off the mat. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1. Right side. Reach up. Reach back. Keep that right hip plugged in. Chaturanga Dandasana. You might float your right toes as you go. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot. Warrior one. Full expression. Keep reaching. Keep filling. Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands. Left toes might float. Upward. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hopper step. Flat back. And fold. Chair. Fold. Lengthen. And flow. High to low. Upward facing dog. Press the earth. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Right side. Pull the right hip back. Reach up. Reach back. Lengthen and then flow. Float your right toes. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. Full expression. Find that big breath. Keep reaching. Chaturanga Dandasana. Toes can hover on the way. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step. Flat back. Fold. Chair. Twist to the right. Hook the left elbow on your right knee. Press your palms together at your heart center. Breathe in. Pull that left knee back in line with the right. Strong breaths. Strong core. Lengthen the spine. Deepen the twist. Shift your weight into your right foot. Get light on that left foot. And then you'll step it back. Crescent lunge twist. Keep your left heel off the mat. Keep that left leg active. Breathe in. Heel up over the toes. Couple more. In. Twist even deeper. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto your back. Full breath to lengthen. Full breath to twist. Warrior two. Open up. Take a nice deep stance. Soften the shoulders down your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press your feet. And hold. See if you can take it any deeper. Yeah, wiggle into it. Get the core strong, the legs active. 3. Steady your gaze. At one point, feel your legs. Full breath in. Full breath out. Extended side angle. Right elbow to knee. Left arm up. You might bring your hands down to the ground or a block. Keep the core active here as you twist. Left shoulder back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Half bind option, you can take left hand onto your lower back. Full bind may be an option. You'll take that right hand underneath your right thigh. Look for your left fingers behind your back. If you get that bind, keep drawing the top shoulder open. Breathe in. Breathe out. For 3. For 2. One more breath in. Plant your hands, step back. Inhale at high plank. Exhale, low plank. High plank. Low plank. One more, high and low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. and fold. Take fingers to toes. Just a moment to catch your breath, to recharge. So feet wide as your hips, and then scoop up your big toes with your peace fingers. Just let go. You catch yourself straining to keep the breath fluid and steady, then do a little less work. Don't get to where you're huffing and puffing. It's that balance. Challenging yourself, but it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be suffering. Always able to breathe. Really generously. Breath is really the access point to generating vitality, keeping your energy up. One more inhale. And exhale. Release the feet. Bring your big toes back to touch. Halfway lift. And fold. Utkatasana, chair. Twist to the left. Palms press together to access the twist. Keep the belly in. Keep the tailbone scooped down. Inhale. And exhale. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Wrap the left shoulder back more. Upper body, lock it in. Core, shoulders, nice and strong. Take one more inhale. Stay for the twist. Shift the weight into your left foot. And slowly, carefully step that right foot back. Crescent lunge twist. Keep the back heel high. The kneecap lifting. Inhale. Bring out the spine. For 3. For 2. Twist a little bit deeper. One more breath in. One more breath out. Warrior 2. Open up. Find your lunge. You might be able to take up more space, like maybe walking that front foot further forward. Reaching a little further out through the fingertips. Lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. Let them melt down your back. Breathe in. You might go deeper in the lunge. 3 more breaths. Spark your fingers. Steady your gaze. Breathe in. Right to the edge in your lunge. Extended side angle. Left hand to the ground or left elbow to knee. Feel the pose here first. Opening the arms. Sparking those top fingers. Full breath in. Twist. Option half bind. Taking the right hand onto the sacrum. Press there and twist open. Option full bind if it's there for you. Reach the bottom arm under. Look for your fingers behind your back. And instead of rolling that top shoulder forward, pull it back. Really open the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Fill up. Stay in the lunge. Twist. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Plant your hands. Step back as you inhale. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Come up to a flat back. Fold forward. Take one extended mountain, go up and back, big sweep up, lengthen, and fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, moving that energy through. Upward facing dog, lift your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Gorilla. At the back of your mat, yeah? Hands to feet. At the back. You're so cute. I can't take it. You get distracted. As soon as you realize it, bring yourself back. It's not bad when you get distracted. It's a moment of possibility. You catch distraction, whether it's thoughts or visual or physical. As soon as you're aware that it's there, pulling at your attention, choose the next breath. Choose the sound of your breath, physical sensations in the pose. Access to bring yourself back. No judgment, no meaning, no analysis, just here again. Fresh start, reboot, new moment. Fill up. Empty out. Just take a couple more breaths, really pressing down through the tops of the hands here to get that stretch. If your hands can't reach under your feet, you can press them to the tops of your feet or into a block. Just giving yourself a moment here. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Release your feet. Walk your hands out to the top of your mat. Heels to the right, side plank, left arm up. Spark your fingers. Pull your belly in and then maybe lifting that top leg, access your full expression here. You might be able to grab your toes and extend your legs straight up. Breathe in and breathe out. Press down, pull in, lift higher, hold here. Take one more breath and then flow high to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Come back, high plank. Other side, right arm up. Spin the heels to the left. Flex the feet. Pull in your core. Find stability, whatever you need to do. And if you're unstable, you can drop the bottom knee. Go for your fullest expression. See what's possible. Even if you think it's not, take a breath in. Take a breath out. For 3. For 2, one more lift, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, up onto your toes, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat, halfway lift, and fold. Sweep all the way up. Take standing leg raise on the right side. Grab onto your right knee or your right foot and open it out to the side. You can extend the left arm out. Keep that right foot flexed and active. Be drawing open as far as you can on that right side. You might gaze over your left fingers. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Again, hold for the exhale. One more breath here. Knee back to center. Eagle. Keep the foot lifted if you can. If you need the kickstand, I take it to support my knee. Go where you need to go. Elbows in line with shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull the shoulders back. Sink a little deeper in that standing knee. One more inhale here. Airplane. Unravel. Press your heel straight back. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Lift that right heel. Lift your collarbones. If your toes are turned out to the right side, really turn them down towards your mat. Feel a little bit more lift right here. Hands to your heart center and then open into half moon. Maybe your fingers hover, maybe they come to the ground or a block. Right arm reaching up. Possibility to play with a bind, Chalpasana, sugar cane, reaching for that top ankle. If you fall out of the pose, come right back. Steady your gaze. Steady your breath. Full inhale. Full exhale. One more big opening. Feet together. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Sweep up. Standing leg raise on the left side. Grab the knee or the foot and open up. Stability from your core. Pull it in. Inhale. And exhale. Steady gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen the crown of the head up. Pull the belly tighter. Hug it in. Eagle. Left arm under. Left leg over. Elbows up nice and high. Scoop in the core. Sit deeper. Bend that standing knee. For 3. Fill up. Empty. Last breath in here to airplane. Unravel. Shoot back. That bottom foot is at 12 o'clock. If it's turned to a strange angle, some weird direction, get it back to 12. Keep that ankle stable. And then turn the back foot down. It's also at 12 o'clock. You just lifted it up. Lift through the collarbones, through the heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Belly strong. Shoulders back. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Hands to heart center. Stack open the hips. Half moon. Steady the gaze. Soften that bottom knee. Keep it strong. The muscles of the legs not locked out. Option for Chalpasana. Fingers to block, fingers to a bottle, fingers hovering, whatever you've got for your practice today, without expectation, as it is right here, right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Couple more. Full breaths. Last one. And release. Feet together. Halfway lift. And fold. Sweep up. Take tree on the right side. Hands to your heart center. Bring your right foot up to your inner calf, your inner thigh. Press your leg and your foot into one another. Pull your shoulder blades onto your back. Lift your belly button up towards your ribs. And express out. Your fullest pose. What it looks like today. Always coming back to that experience as it is in this moment, not how it's been before, not how you expect it to be. Vitality, energy, happening here and now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Breathe in, breathe out. Reach and ground. Take one more big breath. And with control, release down. Switch sides, tree on the left. Steady the gaze. Grow your pose. Take up space. Hug skin to muscles, muscles to bones. And grow even bigger. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Keep growing, keep expanding. One more breath in. And release. Sweep your arms up. Extended mountain pose. And fold forward. Lengthen. High plank to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior one. Reach up. Open warrior two. Trikonasana, straighten the front leg. Reach forward with your right fingers as far as you can and then bring them down. Great place to use a block, yeah? Just outside of your front foot or a water bottle or palm to shin. Whatever you're going to, just make sure you've got as much space in that right side body as you can. Just as long as the left side of your body. Press the feet. Soften the knees. They're not locked out, okay? No rigid joints. Malleable. Spark the fingers. Draw that left shoulder blade back. Look up if you're not already doing that. See your fingers. Spark them. Last breath in. Last breath out. Come all the way up to stand. Wide leg. Side facing fold. Turn your right toes in so your feet are parallel to the ends of your mat. Hands to your hips and lean forward. Fold forward. Leading with the chest. Headstand is an option here. You can stay in the forward fold. That's a great option too. Pressing the feet, lifting through the inner thighs. You can practice your headstand. You always do a tripod headstand. I just encourage you to step out of that default practice. Might not be right this moment. Check my workshop on this channel to how to do a headstand. There's a couple of them actually. It's like building the strength to get into the classical version. It's a little more work, but it's safer on the neck. Builds more strength in the upper body and the core. Breathe in. Breathe out. In your forward fold, if you're not upside down with me, you're upside down in the fold, and really ground through the outer edges of both feet. Lift your inner thigh muscles to the bones. Take a breath. In your forward fold, shift your hips towards your toes a little bit further, waking up the legs. If you're in your headstand, pull the core in, lengthen up through the balls of the toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another inhale. Another exhale. Headstand, slowly come back down. Pyramid pose. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Turn your right toes to 12 o'clock. And you'll step the back foot in, just enough to get that heel on the ground. Back toes are at like 11 o'clock, just off from center. Let go of the upper body. It's a big release in the upper body and some work in the legs. Press the feet. Pull, keeping that right hip bone, that right femur bone drawing back. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Twisted triangle, keep the left hand on the ground or a block. Right arm up, or right hand onto your lower back. Turning your chest towards the right side of your mat. Lengthen the spine. Deepen the twist. Take one more breath in. Plant your hands. Chaturanga, Dandasana, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right side. Warrior two. Trikonasana. Straighten the legs. Come down. Spark. Top fingers and gaze up. The default will be to lock out the knees. If that's something that your body does, hyperextension, then just check in. You need to feel that little bounciness, softness to the legs. Open it up. Inhale. Exhale. A little more. Lean back into the twist. Fill. Empty. Pull yourself up to stand. Wide leg fold with a bind this time. So you can interlace your hands at your low back. Maybe it's a towel between your hands if you've got tight shoulders. Lead with the chest. Forward fold. Feet are parallel, so don't have your toes turned out or your heels out too far. Keep them parallel to the ends of the mat. Press your feet down and lift your inner thighs. Really let go of the weight of the head. Your head's just dangling on a string. Big stretch through the neck. Shift your hips forward. So the hips are in line with the ankles. It's a bit more work there. Add the work if that feels good. If it's too much work, hips back a little further, makes less work in the legs. Fill your lungs. And empty out. One more, inhale. One more, exhale. Hands to your mat. Pyramid. Walk the hands over to the left foot, turn it to face 12 o'clock. Step your right foot in. It's enough. Again, the heel's on the ground, but don't step in way too close. You lose the most of the stretch if you get your feet too close together. As far back as you can with the heel still rooted. Right toes are at like 1 o'clock and plugging the left hip bone back. Breathe in. Let go of the upper body. Long inhale. Long exhale. Fill your lungs. Empty out. You come up to a flat back. Twisted triangle. Again, you can use a block under the right hand, left hand onto your lower back if that feels good, or left hand reaching straight up. Pull the tailbone back, pull the crown of the head forward, and twist. Still strong through the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach and twist. Plant the hands, high plank to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Come forward to high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Just take a moment of rest. One ear to your mat. Your arms back beside your body with your palms flat on the ground. Experience just a moment of release. You can feel your heartbeat here, breathing into the floor. Put your attention on that, onto your breath.
Full inhale. Full exhale.
Chin to center. Locust pose. Lift your chest, arms, and legs up. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto your back. Get your legs as high as you can, really working the lower back here from core. Strong. Inhale. Exhale. Option to stay right here or take a bound locust. You'll interlace fingers at the lower back. Press your knuckles back. Pull your shoulders back to lift higher. For 3. For 2. One more inhale. Come all the way down, opposite ear to your mat. And windshield wipe your legs from side to side if that feels nice. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Floor ball. Grab your ankles. Hug your knees towards each other at center and then kick back into your hands here. Lift the chest. Breathe in and breathe out. 3. Full breaths. 2. Go higher. 1 more big breath. Squeeze and release. Upward facing dog right away. And downward facing dog. Walk to the top of your mat. Come down onto your back. And take bridge. Lift your hips up. Drive your heels down. You press through the backs of your triceps to get the shoulders hugging together. Generous breath right here. In and out. Squeeze the glutes. Get that lift up even more through the thighs. Take 1 more deep breath in. Come all the way down. Let your knees fall from side to side. Press your lower back into the floor for that release. And another bridge or wheel. Set yourself up, hands by the ears if you're going to wheel. Elbows in, press and lift. Drive down through your hands and your feet and lift through your hips, your glutes, your thighs, your chest. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a breath in. You can stay up or you can come down for 1 inhale, 1 exhale. Go back up. Bridge or wheel. Last one here. 5 breaths in and out. Any variation. Take it on. 3. 2. Last breath in. Slowly come down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Let your knees open wide into a diamond shape. Right hand on your belly. Left hand on your heart. Come back to breath. The feeling of your heartbeat. The sensations in your body after doing all that work. Just slow down. Slow down your breath as a way to slow down your thoughts. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's bring a little more energy here. You can stay right here, or you can take Happy Baby, or you can move into some core work with me. Bring your hands behind your head, both legs up to the ceiling. Flex the feet. Before we do anything else, lift your shoulders. So wake up core muscles by pulling ribs to hips. Breathe in. Lower your right heel just off the mat. Pulse up towards your toes for 1, 2, 3. Little pulses with your chest, keeping the shoulders lifted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7. Pressing out through the heels. 5, 4. Flexing toes. 2 and 1. Switch legs. Keep your shoulders lifted. Ribs pulling towards the hips. Pulsing up towards the other foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now scissor legs, keeping the shoulders off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. Option to add the upper body twist with the legs straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet up, hands underneath your lower back. Take a breath in. Lower down 30%. Both feet flex, big toes touching. Inhale. Down another 30%. Wake up your core muscles. Pull them in to support the legs. As you exhale, just hovering your feet just off the mat. Look at your toes. Point your toes forward. Little flutter kicks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet. Lift them up. Take your toes touching now. Open your heels as wide as you can. Internally rotate the legs. Take a full breath in. Lower down a third. Full inhale. Down another third. Full breath. Hover your heels just off the mat. Look at the toes. Make some little circles with your feet. Keeping the shoulders lifted for 3, 2, 1. Go the other direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet up. Last one. Heels touching, toes wide. Externally rotate the legs. Press your heels into each other a lot. Drive them up. Zipper the legs up. Breathe in. Slowly lower the feet down. So just going in one smooth motion. For 10, 9, 8. Keeping the toes wide. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Look at your toes. Click your heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet up. Knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Grab the backs of your knees. Rock up to sit. Take Navasana. Boat pose. You can have hands behind knees. You can straighten legs, straighten arms. Upward facing boat, you grab the feet or the toes. Core is strong here, stabilizing this. You're balancing from center, stability. Lift the chest. Integrate the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more full expression. And hold it. And you'll release both feet down. So I can still not get into half pigeon because of my knee. So I'm going to do seated half pigeon. If you want to go to the other version, half pigeon or thread the needle, do one of those. Seated half pigeon, you're going to have hands out behind you supporting with the upper body upright. And then take the right ankle on the left knee. It's kind of like a variation of thread the needle, but you're sitting up, so you just get a little bit more activation. The more you bring the left heel in towards your bum, the more you'll activate that hip opener. And if you take your hands further back, that also like decreases the intensity, okay? So find the spot for you. If you're here with me, if you're in another pose, go for it. Get into it. Breathe. You're in seated half pigeon. The chest is tall, shoulders back. pressing energetically with your leg muscles, that right knee away from the body. Hold it here. Full breath. Fill. Empty. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Switch sides. Take the right foot down. Left ankle on the right knee. Seated, half pigeon, or you move into the other side of whatever variation you're in. Kind of pose you're in doesn't matter. It's just like getting into that hip opener here. Press the knee away from you in seated half pigeon. Feel the difference between it being kind of up near the chest and pressing it down towards your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5 more. Shoulders back. Chest lifts. 3. Last breath here. Open that hip. Extend both legs out in front of you. Get your sit bones back out of the way. Sit tall, arms up. Seated forward fold. Melt over your legs. Breathe in. And breathe out. Draw yourself as deep as you can in the fold. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back up to sit. We'll take a seated twist today. So you're going to keep the left leg straight. Right foot up and over. So you've got your right foot on the outside of the left knee. And then you're going to twist to the right side. So right fingertips on the ground behind you. Left hand can grab a hold of the knee, the right knee, or you can hook your left elbow around the knee. Sitting tall. So what you're not doing is kind of hunching or rounding the shoulders forward. You want to keep the shoulders back. Big integration of that right shoulder blade. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Mr. B's giving me the eyeball right now. Take another breath. Twist a bit deeper. Come back, switch sides. Extend the right leg, bring your left foot up and over to the outside of the right knee. Left fingertips on the ground behind you. Press down and lengthen tall. And get a hold of that left knee. Twist here. 5 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Lengthen. Twist deeper. In. And out. One more big twist as you exhale. Wring it out. Come back to center. Both legs out in front of you. Come down onto your back. Take a quick inversion. Feet up to the ceiling. You can take waterfall with the hands supporting the lower back or a block under your lower back. Other option is shoulder stand. Taking the hips high. Up over the shoulders. Keep breathing wherever you're going. Inhale. Exhale. Another 5. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're in shoulder stand, you can move to plow. Probably going to land right into Mr. B's abdomen here. That's okay. Your dog with your feet if that's an option. Just move through. If you want to go to knees to ears, you can do that. Take a breath in. Slowly come back down to your mat. Just a really quick supine twist. We already got that twist in, but we'll take a quick one here. Right knee to your chest, left leg long, and then draw the right knee across the body. Take one breath in. Deepen the twist. Come back to center. Hips to the left, just center it. Draw the left knee in. Cross it over the body. Deep breath in. A little bit deeper in the twist. Back to center. Both knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And release. Final shavasana. Close the eyes. Just allow your body to take rest. And we'll read from Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie. We read from this every week. Energize yourself. Don't tell yourself you have no energy. You are energy. Learn to energize yourself. Get up, move around, play some invigorating music, stretch your arms, stretch your legs, move your body, get out and walk. Watch children play. They seem to have an unlimited supply of energy. Remember what it was like to be a child. You had an unlimited supply of energy then. Most of us still do. Yes, we get tired from time to time, particularly with the schedules many of us have. And there are times in our life when less energy is available to us, such as during times of deep grief or during illness, when our body is using its energy to heal a physical problem. And sometimes other people and their problems drain us, but sometimes we drain ourselves too. If you don't feel your energy, perhaps something is blocking it. You may be experiencing some resistance to what you're trying to do. Maybe an old emotion or belief is clogging your circuits. Maybe you're still sitting, maybe you've been sitting too long, crunched up in your chair, blocking your own circuits. Maybe you're telling yourself you have no energy so loudly that you've begun to believe it. Clear your circuits. Push through whatever's blocking you. Then get up, move around, connect to life. Learn to energize yourself. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch the whole body. Bring yourself up to a seated position with your eyes closed, your hands at your heart center. Sitting tall. Together, we'll take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Thumbs to the center of your forehead. The energy in me acknowledges the unlimited energy in each and every one of you. And we finish this practice together with a bow. Thank you. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have an awesome week ahead. I will see you next week, and keep moving your body, keep nourishing your body, stay connected to a daily wellness practice, and I will see you again really soon. This guy, extra cute today, so chill. Definitely better with sound, yes, for sure. Awesome. Thank you so much, Anita, BK. I don't know who BK is. Welcome, BK. Ed, Melissa, and
Carrie, as always, so happy to see you guys here with me live, and anyone catching it later. Thank you for joining us. And please, yeah, like, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that great stuff. And I will see you again soon. I was feeling fiery today, Anita, so I'm glad that you felt the fire. It's always good to bring in a little bit of fire to a power yoga practice, right? Take care, everyone. I'll see you next week.